Welcome to another geopolitical analysis video. Please like and subscribe the video. Today we will talk about the FOMC meeting. It's an interesting FOMC meeting because this is the first FOMC meeting that Trump is already in office. Okay, the last FOMC happened December 17th, 18th. Now we have to examine what took place back then, and let's see what the reaction is going to be. But I want you to listen to this.
The interest rates will come down.
You said that you would demand that the interest rates come down. Do you expect
I would
the
put in
Fed?
a strong statement.
Do you expect the Fed to listen to you?
Yeah.
So, obviously, the Fed and President Trump are not enemies. They're not combating or having any contention about this, okay? The reason why this has to go on is because it's a show. The Federal Reserve has to show that it's agnostic to each government, but we all know that at the end of the day, it wants to be the buyer and the lender of last resort. They're the ones that affect the market as well. They have a trading desk. We all know that they can buy and they can sell. So in this situation here, I just want to take you back to what happened. And this is interesting because the last rate cut we noted here, when the rate cut was announced and discussed and the minutes were released, the next day, look what happened. Look what happened on the 18th. Okay, the debt market didn't like this at all, and like I've told you before, the interest rates on the bonds essentially follow the assumption of the inflation. And of course, the markets are forward looking, so there's essentially an expectation that inflation is going to go much higher. When they cut rates, look what happened. The interest rate just shot up. Okay, and then it made a higher high, and it formed this head and shoulder pattern that we're seeing now play out. But the last FOMC meeting triggered a rally in interest rates. So let's see what this will entail, because if we could also postulate here and hypothesize that with Trump in office, he's doing everything to bring down inflation, right? He's talking about oil. He's talking about commodities. He's talking about increasing decreasing the deficit, and in doing all these things that on the surface sound that they're deflationary. Now, sure, oil does play its own part. There are thousands and thousands of products, but the underlying here is the money supply. If the money supply continues to grow, that's inflationary. Yes, you will not see it now, but at some point the government will have to print, and will print by trillions and tens of trillions. So let's see what will happen today. So far we have this head and shoulder. We're on the daily time frame. Things are standing still. There's not much action going on. Of course, we had the drop to form this head and shoulder. You can see here on the hourly. Let's see how this plays out. I'm very interested to see the reaction at 2 p.m. I think it's at 2 p.m. But yeah, so that was the last FOMC meeting, 17th, 18th of December, and today, oh, that's 2023. So 2025, 28th, 29th is essentially when Jerome Powell speaks. So it's going to be interesting to see the agenda. I think there's a consensus that the interest rate hike is not going to take place. If I can find this. Yeah, the Fed Watch. Okay, so the Fed Watch, they're projecting that it's probably going to be, yeah, no rate hike, no rate cut, 99%. This is the projection that we're probably going to stay around here. Now, who knows? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Let's see what happens in the markets. Let's see. Maybe Jerome Powell shocks the markets and shows that, you know what, the Federal Reserve is stuck in their own mandate and they're not going to cut. Who knows? But it doesn't matter, because even if they don't cut, at some point they will. And perhaps they don't cut in the 50 basis points. Perhaps they cut in the 100 or the 200 in order to mitigate a recession. Or when the recession actually hits, then they'll cut rates, like they've done so many times. So the point is that we have a lot of earnings to ending this week, and I think this is important to see the earnings calendar here. Yeah. So today's Wednesday, so we have aftermarket, Tesla, Meta, all of the big shots. In pre-market, we have ASML, Progressive, T-Mobile, ADP, Pharmaceutical, etc., UPS. So these are part of the Dow. These are part of Nasdaq. These are important companies that this will determine, I think, to a large degree, what happens with the market. But that was my 2 cents right there. You guys subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.